The question is blurred, so the picture quality of question paper was blurred, so I have written down: find impedance, current, power and power factor of the following series circuit. So they are connected in series circuit with corresponding phasor diagrams. 7 cases are given consisting of only R, L, C, then RL, then RC, then RLC, and the last one is LC. And the frequency voltage is given 200 volts 50 hertz, and the values of RLC are given 10 ohms, 50 millihenry, and 100 microfarad. Now let us first convert L and C into XL and XC. That is XL, we know it is omega L, that is omega is 2 pi f into L. So 2 pi into f is frequency is given as 50 hertz and L is 50 millihenry. Now milli means into 10 power minus 3. So we are getting 5 pi or 15.7 ohms. Reactance will be in units will be ohms. Similarly for C, let us solve for XC, that is capacitive reactance, and it is given by 1 by j omega C. So it will be 1 by omega is 2 pi f as we know into C. So 1 by 2 pi 50 into it is 100 microfarad. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Let us calculate. It is coming out to be 31.83 ohms, or we know that the 1 by imaginary term, the reciprocal of imaginary terms is minus. So minus j 31.83 ohms. Here also XL is j 15.7 ohms because XL is j omega C, j omega L, and XC is 1 by j omega C. If you are confused with this, you can go to complex mode and you can verify it. 1 by the imaginary number is I is minus j. So that's why minus is there. So now we have calculated our XL and XC, that is inductive reactance and capacitive reactance we have calculated. Now let us solve our each case one by one. Now first we'll take only the resistive, that is R only is given. So we know that the impedance is in the form R plus jx, or we can write R plus jxl minus xc ohms. Now when it is given R only, that means xl and xc are not present, so z is equal to R in this case. And the circuit diagram only consists of a resistor R, 200 volts AC is present, is applied, and also draw like this, and we have to find the current I. So first of all we have calculated that is Z is equal to R. So R is given as 10 ohms, or I didn't mention. So R is equal to so Z is equal to 10 ohms. This is our impedance. Now the current, we know from Ohm's law, V is equal to I into Z. Here in this case I into R, because Z is R. So I is equal to V by R. So 200 by 10, that is I is equal to 20 amperes. Now we know that the power is equal to I square R. So it is equal to 4000 watts. You can also calculate power as in single phase. We know that single phase AC VI cos phi. So we didn't have power factor till now. That's why we have used this formula. Now let us calculate power factor. We know from the impedance triangle cos phi, that is power factor is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side, that is R by Z, and we know R and Z are 10 ohms, so we will get 1. Blindly we can say that because this is a resistive circuit, in all the resistive circuits the power factor will be unity, that is 1. So in the other way also we'll get the same result of the power, that is 4000 watts, that is Vi cos phi, 200 into 20 into 1. We'll get the same result. Now coming to phasor diagram, we know that when the resistive element is present, the angle between voltage and current is 0. So let this be voltage, let this represent voltage. This is the reference, V is equal to 200 volts, and I'm taking another color for current. You can draw on the same line also. Current magnitude is less, that is 20 amperes. We know that 20 amperes is less than 200. So like this, 20 ampere. This is current. This is voltage. This is our phasor diagram. Phasor diagram when only resistive, for only resistive elements. That is, this is for R only. Now coming to L only, I have drawn the circuit diagram, that is this is 200 volt 50 hertz supply connected to the inductor L. So in this we don't have Xc, we don't have R, so Z is directly JXL or J 15.7 ohms. Now in phasor representation we can write this as 15.7 10 angle of 90 degrees. You can also calculate it also. Polar resistive element is 0. So 0 comma 15.7 will get the same, that is 15.7 with an angle of 90 degrees. So this is our impedance. Now coming to I, that is VYZ, that is 200 divided by 15.7 with an angle of 90 degrees. We are getting 12.73, the magnitude 12.73, and we know that the angle associated with voltage if not given is will be taken as 0 degrees, and in division we know that numerator angle minus denominator angle, this will give us minus 90 degrees. This is our current amperes. Don't forget to write the units. Now coming to the power, we know that power is only associated with resistive elements, that is the real power P is associated only with resistive elements. So no resistive elements is present, so power is equal to 0 watts. 0 watts. But if you want to calculate reactive power Q, you can calculate, that is I square into XL. Now coming to power factor, we know that the power factor will be lagging because the angle associated with current is negative, or we know that the impedance is 15.7 at an angle of 90 degrees. So what is that? V by I only. So power factor angle, we know that it is the phase angle difference between voltage and current. It is this. This is our phi. So power factor is cos phi, that is cos of 0, cos of 90 degrees is 0. You can verify the power from here also. P is equal to Vi cos phi. When one thing is 0, the whole multiplication will be 0. That's why power was also 0. Now let us draw the phasor diagram. Now please note that you can also calculate the, like we did last time. We have used the impedance triangle to calculate the power factor. You can use the same also. So cos phi is equal to R by Z. We will get, so R by Z, R is 0. We know that no resistance is given. So something divided, uh, 0 divided by something will be 0. So that is also why the power factor is 0 and the power is also 0. Now coming to phasor diagram, we know that the voltage leads by current, voltage leads current by 90 degrees in case of inductor. So we can write VL here. VL is nothing but the voltage across inductor. Also V also we can write, and sorry, this is I, leads by 90 degrees. Or you can also draw like this. This is also the same. because IL, this is a vector diagram, so you can draw in any way, but the angle between voltage and current, that is current, must lag the voltage by 90 degrees in case of the inductor, only inductor. You can also mention their values, that is 12.7 amperes, the value of their magnitudes, and V is equal to 200 volts. Now let's move on to the case when only capacitor is present. Now here also we have to apply the same thing. Z consists of only inductance, so minus j xc, that is minus j 31.83, and in phasor form you get 31.83 with an angle of minus 90 degrees. In inductor we got plus 90 degrees, here we'll get minus 90 degrees. Ohms, this is our impedance. Now let us calculate the current. And current, we know that V by Z, and we are getting magnitude of 6.28 amperes with an angle of, you know that in division, numerator angle minus denominator angle, we get minus minus becomes plus, so plus 90 degrees. You know that in capacitive case the power factor will lead, sorry, the angle associated with current will lead or will be the positive, but power factor will be negative, and this is the power factor angle. Now let us calculate the power. We know that power is equal to Vi cos phi, or simply we can 3 I square R, but R is not present, so power is 0 in this case also. Or you can also do Vi cos phi. You know that cos phi, it is the angle we get is 90 degrees, so cos of 90 degrees is, or minus 90 degrees is 0. So in turn we get the power also 0 watts. Now let us draw the phasor diagram. Now in this case we know that the current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. So we can draw like this: I and V, this is 90 degrees. So the current is leading the voltage by 90 degrees in the case of capacitor only. You can also write their magnitude 6.28 amperes and 200 volts. This completes our power factor diagram of the C circuit. Now let us move on to RL. Now we know that the impedance is R plus J XL minus XC. So XC is not present here. So it will be R plus J XL ohms, that is 10 plus J 15.7 ohms. This is our impedance. In phasor also we can represent it 10 15.7, so 18.6 ohms with an angle of 57.5 degrees. And this is only our power factor angle, that is the voltage difference, phase difference between voltage angle and the current angle, because we know V is equal to, sorry, Z is equal to V by I. So power factor, the cos phi will be cos of 57.5 degrees, it will be 0.537 lag, lagging because current lags the voltage. We'll see in current. We will also take out the power factor from the impedance triangle also. Now we have already seen the impedance triangle, the power factor is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is R by Z. So 10 ohms divided by, what is Z? 18.61 ohms. We will get the same result, that is 0.537 lag. So whether you want to take out the directly the power factor from the impedance, that is cosine of the angle, you can do, or also you can calculate from impedance triangle also, you will get the same result. You can see we are getting the same result. Now let us calculate the current flowing in the RL series circuit. So current V by Z, we are getting 10.74 ampere at an angle of minus 57.5 degrees. We note that this is lagging in nature, and in lagging the current lags the voltage with 57.5 degrees here. So minus means lagging. The angle associated with the current when it is minus, then it is lagging. Power factor will be lagging. Now let us calculate the power. We note that the power is associated with resistive element only. So 3 I square R we can do, or we can also calculate by Vi cos phi. So first we'll see this. Sorry, I square R only. So 10.74 amperes whole square into 10, we are getting 1153.47 watts. Also, when we are doing Vi cos phi, so 10.7 into 0.537, we'll get the approximately we are getting the same result. We are not getting exact equal because we have not taken all the decimals after the point. Okay, we'll get the same result approximately 1150 we can write watts here also. So the power is 1150 watts, or you can also write in kilowatts also, that is 1.15 kilowatt if you want to write in kilowatts. Now let us draw the phasor diagram. Now we have seen previously in only L case the voltage was leading by the current by 90 degrees, but in this case R and L both are present. So here also voltage will lead the current, but with 57.5 degrees. So either you can take a reference as current or voltage. First let's take the voltage as the reference. It is V is equal to 200 volts. Now we know that the current is lagging by 57.5 degrees. Lagging means we have to draw below. It's like this, that is 10.74 amperes, and this angle will be power factor angle, that is 57.5 degrees. The other way around also you can draw by taking current as a reference and voltage as leading part. So the other way to draw it as like this. Take current. Now I am taking current as a reference. Previously I took voltage as a reference. So 10.74. So this is lagging. The voltage must lead the current by 57.5 degrees. You can draw like this. So this is 200 volts voltage, and this is current, and you can see that the voltage is leading the current by 57.5 degrees. Either you can draw this, either you can draw this, both are correct. Now let us move on to R and C. Now first coming to the impedance, we know that only R and C are given, no inductive reactance is present, so impedance is R minus jXC. Therefore 10 minus j 51.83 ohms is our impedance, or in phasor form we can write it as 10 comma minus 31.83 33.36 at an angle of minus 72.55 degrees ohms. Now we know that as C is present, it will be the leading case, so that's why the power factor angle, that is phi, is in minus negative. So power factor will be cos phi, that is cos of 72.55 degrees is equal to 0.299, but you have to write lead because power factor is leading, because phi is negative, and also we will see that the current angle will be positive in leading condition. So the power factor is 0.299. So we are getting current as V by Z, that is 200 by 33.36, we are getting 5.99. We can write approximately 6 also, and the angle is numerator angle minus denominator angle, will get plus 72.55 degrees. Why plus The current angle is plus here because it is in leading. Current leads the voltage by 72.55 degrees amperes. So the current is 5.99 at an angle of 72.55 degrees amperes. Now you can also calculate the power factor from the impedance triangle, that is Xc will be downwards, this is Z, this is R, and this is power factor angle. It is down because it is negative. We know cos phi is equal to R by Z. So you will get the same result 0.299, but lead because of capacitor. Now coming to power, we know that power can be calculated either by Vi cos phi or 3I square R. So I'm really sorry, I square R only. So 5.99 whole square into R, that is 10 ohms, we'll get 358.81 watts. Now if you do Vi cos phi also, you will get approximately same result, that is V 200 I 5.99 into cos phi, that is 0.299. We'll get this approximately same result, that is 358 watts. Now we can draw the power factor, phasor diagram, that is in this case current will lead the voltage. So let us draw the voltage first. If we take a voltage as a reference, V is equal to 200 volts. The current is leading the voltage by 72.55 degrees. So like this you can draw. This is 72.55 degrees and the value of current is 5.99 amperes. We know that you can also draw the other way around, as I have shown you the last time in the last bit. Now let us move on to series RLC. So first coming to the impedance, we know that impedance is R plus J XL minus XC, or you can also write R plus J XL minus J XC. You get the same. So all three are present here. No one is absent. So let us substitute the values. 10 plus J XL minus XC, that is 15.7 minus 31.83. We will get, so 10 minus J 16.13 ohms. We can see here the capacitive reactance is dominating more than the inductive reactance, that is it is greater than the inductive reactance. So that's why the overall impedance capacitive reactance is more, so we are getting minus here. So our impedance is 10 minus J 16.13, or in phasor form we can write as 18.97 at an angle of minus 58.20 degrees. And this is our impedance, and this is our power factor angle, that is minus 58.20 degrees, minus because we already have seen that the capacitor is dominating more. So this circuit is more behaving like a RC circuit, and the power factor is cos of 58.20 degrees. We will get 0.526 lead because power factor angle is negative and the current angle will be positive. Let's see. So coming to current, we know V by Z is current. So if we calculate, we are getting 10.54 at an angle of plus 58.20 plus, because it is leading. The current is leading the voltage by 58.20 degrees because XC is dominating more than XL. So we have calculated the current flowing in the circuit. I is equal to 10.54 an angle of 58.2 degrees. Coming to power, we know I square R or Vi cos phi will get the same result, that is 1111 watts, approximately 1111 watts. or we can write as 1.1 kilowatts. Now let us draw the power phasor diagram. Now we know as the power factor is leading, the current leads the voltage by an angle of 52.8 degrees. So let us draw. Let us take V as a reference, 200 volts, and the current leads by 58.2 degrees. So this you can draw 58.2 degrees, and this is current which is of magnitude 10.54 amperes. This is our phasor diagram or vector diagram. You can also draw the other way around as discussed earlier. Now let us move on to last circuit or special circuit, that is series LC circuit. So this is the circuit diagram when L and C is connected in series. So let us calculate first the impedance is R plus JXL minus JXC. So R is not present here. So we are getting minus J 16.13 ohms. And here also we can see that the capacitive reactance is dominating more. This is that, or in phasor we can write 16.13 an angle of minus 90 degrees. Minus because here minus is there, so that's why minus here also. And this is our power factor angle phi, and cos phi is 0. And in turn the power is 0 because no resistive element is present here. So Vi cos phi, as cos phi is 0, whole thing will be 0, or I square R, as resistance is not there, that is 0, it will be 0 watts. So the power factor is 0 and the power is also 0 here. Let us calculate the current. So current is V by Z. We are getting 200 by 16.13 as 12.39. 12.39 amperes at an angle of plus 90 degrees. Because 0, so when it goes up, minus minus becomes plus, 0 minus into minus of 90 degrees. So 0 plus 90 degrees is 90 degrees. Now as the capacitive reactance is dominating more than the inductive reactance, we are getting a positive sign at the angle of the associated with the current, and in turn the angle associated with the impedance or power factor angle will be negative. Now as we already seen that the power factor is 0 and power is 0, now let us draw the phasor diagram. Now we have seen this phasor diagrams in L only case the current lags the voltage by 90 degrees. In C, when only C was present, the current was leading the voltage by 90 degrees. Now this is the special case where L and C are present, both are present, but we see that the capacitive reactance is dominating more than the inductive reactance. So that's why the phasor diagram will be same as this, as Xc is greater than XL. It is magnitude of them. Okay, so this will not be there, the case this will be there. Or there is another method to draw the phasor diagram also, I will show you. For this special case, consider the voltage VL across the inductance and consider the voltage VC across the capacitor. Now we know according to Ohm's law, VL is equal to IXL, VC is equal to I into XC. That is the basic formula. So let us calculate it. So when you calculate it, you will get, that is VL is equal to I into XL, that is 12.39 amperes into 15.7, you will get 194.52. And similarly, when you do I into XC, you will get 394.37. And you note that the angle in terms of voltage leads the current by 90 degrees. In terms of VL and VC, voltage lags the current by 90 degrees. We know this already. So if you take these values and draw the phasor diagram, obviously we'll take the current as a reference because it is series circuit, the same current is flowing through them. So VL is 194, is you can it like this VL, that is this is 90 degrees, 194.5. Similarly VC, you can draw the opposite like this, that was 394.3, and this is also 90 degrees. You know these are vectors and we can add or subtract them when they are in the same line. So as VC is dominating, you can do the resultant V will be VC minus VL, that is approximately 394 minus 194, you will get the same 200 volts. That was our supply voltage. So now applying this resultant to this diagram, so you know we have subtracted 394 from 1 minus from 194, that is VL minus VC we have done. So we have to also make the changes to this phasor diagram. So this will remove, that is like this. Now the resultant will be 200 volts lagging from current by 90 degrees or current leading with 90 degrees. This is the phasor diagram. So you can draw like this also, or let me use the straight lines. So this is the overall phasor diagram of an LC network. And please remember, if XL was dominating, suppose in the case XL was more than XC, so this will be the opposite case, the voltage will be leading the current by 90 degrees. Okay, so let us look at the short summary of this question derived from this question. That is, when phase angle will be negative, that is the power factor angle will be negative, or the angle associated with the current will be positive, then it is leading power factor. In this case you can notice that the capacitive reactance is more, or the circuit only consists of capacitor. Similarly, same opposite of it is lagging power factor, when inductive reactance will be more, or we can say that the circuit consists of only inductor, or when inductive reactance is more than capacitive reactance, or an RL circuit also. And the power factor is 0 degrees when only resistive element is present, only, that is only R is present. And another point, the power P is always associated with the resistive element R, that is I square R or VI cos phi. You must get the same result for both of them. Now the next point is the power factor angle phi, that is can be determined by dividing voltage angle by current angle, or also as we have seen in these problems, that is Z angle phi, the angle associated with the impedance, or also can be taken out from the impedance triangle as shown here, or also can be taken out from the power triangle shown here right hand side. This we have not discussed in these problems, but you can also verify. You can do a short homework, that is you can apply this and calculate the power factor angle or the power factor. You can calculate PQS from the given formulas also. We have seen this VI cos phi and I square R. You can do this also, VI sin phi, I square X. This is reactive power, this is apparent power, this is real power. Units are kilowatt, kVAR or VAR, here VA or kVA. That is units of real power is watts, reactive power is VAR, volt ampere reactive, and apparent power is VA. And coming to phasor diagrams, please remember that when pure inductor is there without R, or in case of pure LC is there, well L is dominating, so V leads current by 90 degrees, or current lags voltage by 90 degrees. And similarly opposite is the case when the pure capacitor and inductor are present, that is without R. I am telling, pure means without R, only capacitive reactance is there, or else capacitive reactance is dominating more than XL, as we have seen in our LC connected circuit. In that, current leads the voltage by 90 degrees, or voltage lags the current by 90 degrees. In RLC or in RL, when R is present, now the ideal inductance will not be there. Where inductance is dominating, so voltage leads the current but not by 90 degrees. But it leads the current by power factor angle, whatever is there, that is 5, or current lags voltage by 5. Similarly, opposite is the case when XC is dominating more than XL, or in case of RC network, the current leads voltage by power factor angle, or voltage lags the current by power factor angle. Okay, so these are the points to remember. Thank you.